Yo, welcome back to Projekt ZRA. We're here with another recording. I'm in the actual intermission screen right now, so the video is a little bit different for the starting setup. Immediately right now, just go over to backdrop so you can see me up a little closer. And I just want to say that, of course, this is marathon video 55, number 55, covering more physical objects. And we're going to be doing assembly of all the equipment that we've been trying to get through for the past two episodes. This is the third video. And there's some technical issues. I actually had a bit of a rough draft I had to delete before this. But yeah, okay, so what we're gonna do is going to assemble in this video two pieces of equipment. First is like this photo shoot, draping, kind of like green screen sort of thing, but it's not green. It's actually a photo shoot booth, stand, backdrop. So it's actually got a texture of gray and black. We'll showcase this later on. And this will be useful still because we can still manage to clip on the green screen if we manage to get one, which we're not going to. Our makeshift solution is basically to go to a dollar store and you have those large Bristol boards. We're just going to take one of those, or actually probably a few, and just clip them onto in a makeshift way onto this draping thing. So that's kind of our plan. We're going to, of course, just assemble all this. In addition to this is, of course, just the drape. There's not a whole lot to assemble, but actually I could showcase right now. Before we want to do that, I did want to see how things would look, as I'm right now testing out the new headphones. So I've got this little window here showing everything, but I can take out the headphones now. I can tell that you guys can actually see the previous draft. There's some technical issues in OBS Studio with showing the music right here, little widget. But I can also take off the headset now. We can see it's very slimming. It's definitely, I like it from far away. In the previous video, I tested it up front, but now I'm testing it sitting back, right? Just relaxed position, and it actually looks really nice. It's not very clunky, and it's more obscure and subtle. Take it off now though. Another technical thing that to work on is I realize that the microphone, you can see it is actually further way up here now because we are going to be getting up, so it's going to get in the way, and we're going to be assembling material. And previously we had to turn up the volume way high, not realizing that during the video it was recording with very low gain. And so what I've done is I've increased the gain on my mic right now, and hopefully now that I'm further away, it still will be able to capture the audio. Before, the gain was too high and it was awful up close. It was too close when I was speaking to it, so I had to turn it much lower, and now I have to turn it much higher because we're going to be standing in the back of the room. In addition to also the gain and the Spotify, so some technical stuff like the microphone and the music, what I recognize is I also want to, of course I mentioned this in a previous video, get rid of the border overlay, as well as the graphic over there. The border resizable. So there's a border overlay above and below, and then the border graphic. So now we can finally get up, and I'm going to show you. Okay, so first of all, we can just unfold this a little bit. This is Econious photo drop, so we'll really unfold it once we stand up. But there's an even more important piece of equipment I want to showcase while I'm still sitting down before we get up. Is both of these right here. This is the major piece of equipment to set up. This is the photo booth stand. So why don't we get to it? Right, let's get to it. Okay. So some first technical stuff I should mention. I'll just rest this over here, the bad boy on the chair. Maybe I should increase the gain a little bit more if I'm further away. Don't want to turn to max. I want to mention that, of course, the camera's over here and you can't actually see my face. And there's a reason for that. It's because if I allow you to see my face, you won't be able to see the bottom of the setup. So, of course, the stand is actually going to be on the ground, and I want you to see as we assemble it how it's going to look on the ground. And then we'll turn the camera to face up if we get a chance later on when we're done assembling, because this will actually be high enough to reach my shoulders. Okay. So this here is of course the oh, and it's so helpful having this widget here on the side. Yeah, this widget over here tells me that you are able to hear that I'm speaking in a way that the mic actually picks up at a sizable volume, the audio visualizer. Okay, so this is the Econious, right? And I've also switched the setting on the mic. I forgot to mention, from cardioid over to something else. I believe it's like a surround sound. There's 4 settings on the Hyperhead Quadcast. One is for interviews, one is for like up close conversation, one is for cardioid for a single person, and so on and so forth. So, okay. All right, so we have this go across. Realize something here. And this is the photo shoot backdrop. You see, it's very nice. It's silver on the back line, but it's not actually with silver backdrop. It's actually this color all the way through. I think I don't want it to touch the ground because the ground is quite gross, but it's not gross, but it is a little bit dirty. So this is the Econious photo booth. That's also very nice. And of course, that's the vertical. Actually, that's horizontal. It's actually very, very high. It's not like this. So you can see that it's quite patchy. There's like this gray, I think it's a gray texture. Lots of different shades of grays, and then goes the way through down. Very patchy, almost to the full black bottom. Now, of course, if we're doing a green screen, this is definitely not going to work because it's the same color as my shirt, essentially. So it's not particularly useful if we're going to be swapping out the backdrop using a chroma key. For the record, that's what you use, I believe. I obviously, for some of you guys, you will know this better than I will, and some of you guys, it will be the first time hearing it, and so I may know a little bit more than you, but more or less, what you use is called chroma key, swapping the color out for that bright green that nothing, no object, no equipment, no material in your backdrop, in your surrounding, or even yourself ever wears a bright lime green stuff. So that allows the computer to tell, to be able to distinguish between the backdrop, which is what you want to change virtually, digitally, and the actual other objects that you want to remain the same. But obviously this is not going to cut it. It's like at best, I might try using the very back. The silver is very nice contrast to my shirt, but then it might capture my face as well, so that's not particularly good. Anyways, this is the Econious. By the way, this is the Econious photo shoot backdrop, and I'm going to drape this over this piece of equipment over here. Okay. So we're just going to fold this up a little bit, toss it to the side, and okay. That, I feel like I'm in a hotel right now. And put it up. Hi. Okay. So now we will unbox this thing, or not unbox it, but we will assemble it. And so what I'm gonna do is just take this, and it does look like an RPG kind of thing, right? Right, it's just kind of like you're throwing a javelin. All right, so this is so dumb. Okay, maybe it's helpful that you can see me after all. Okay, I changed my mind. It's definitely helpful to have a face. Okay, so you're just gonna throw it. All right, the javelin. So we're gonna take this and unstrap it. Okay. 1, 2. It's like a guitar, right? And now it's like guitar. Okay, no. So I'll pull this out and so over this way. Okay. What I want to do is just gonna pull it to the side. I know the light's coming from this way, so I guess I'll stand this way. And you can see here, there's in fact a bit of a handle. Yeah, this is why I mentioned that the camera should be facing down. It really should be facing down. Otherwise you won't see it. Right? So you don't have to see me, but you do have to see the equipment. So we're gonna strap the Velcro. There's a Velcro here. I realized that the gain's actually too high right now because I'm actually quite close to the mic. And if we open it, it looks a lot like this. How's the time doing right now? 10 minutes in? Okay. Okay, 10 minutes, alright. So let's take it out. We have assembled this before, but we're going to assemble it on camera this time. The bar here. Like this. We have a stand. This is quite heavy compared to the rest. we have the straps. These are basically for clipping on the backdrop. So we will do that. We have some clamps here as well. I think there should be 4 of these clamps. C clamps right here. Right? C clamps. Put on the laptop. And here's the stand. Beautiful. So if memory serves me right, the way this works, we can unbind this. Okay. Oh, and before we do that, let's just put this down. This is quite a bit to carry, so let's take this over the side. It's really looking like a piece of work right now. And this. There's a little knob here. So as you can see the little knob, the sign spinning around. And that loosens the piece of equipment. So you can expand it like this. Just contracts. Right, do that. And I'm further away from the room. I'll try to speak a little bit better, but you can get the idea. Just that movement. Beautiful movement. And, goes all the way through. Finally. Fully extended. And I'll turn the gain up a little bit more since I'm actually quite far away from the mic now for sure. And we're just locked in. So turn the knob again. Okay. Okay. And it should be sturdy. So just place this down like that. In fact, I can lower the camera. See it goes down. Okay, very nice. Very nice. Okay. So now additionally we have all these clamps here. What we're gonna do is just expand it a little bit. And what it does is these knobs are going to attach the extension so it extends all the way up. And at this point I think it would help if I raise the camera up now a little bit, so that you can see me better. You can afford to do that. Now inside the bag there's still more stuff. There's another pole, right? These go vertical, right? This is going standing vertical. The other ones are horizontal. It's right for bars. And I noticed that there's actually more stuff in here as well. It's clamps. So that's 1. That's 2. That's it. So there's basically 4 clamps. 4 clamps. And this bag here is fine. So what I'm going to do is, since we are going to use this, we are in fact going to use this. So we can fold this up here. I don't think we have to keep it open. First, we'll get the Velcro on. Then we'll fold it up. And just Velcro everything together. One, two, three, just like that. So that we can put this away. Right? Because we don't actually need this anymore. But we do want to store it away properly. Okay. Nice. Just
PC Express Pass
I'll
is
put this to
here.
the side.
Get unlimited free grocery pickup and delivery on
Later on in the video, I mean not in the video, but when the video ends, we're gonna put it away in region B. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Very nice. Should be. There's actually an orientation to this. Turns out, so it's triangulated such that it's like an isosceles. It's not actually it's not equilateral. So basically, these two are wider out to the side. There's a wider angle between these two, and this one here should be sticking out. It has the brand name FUDESY, showing that this is the front and these two are the back.
with ad-free music listening, it's easier to stay in the zone without audio
Yeah,
interruptions.
it's a very slight isosceles triangle. It's almost equilateral. Almost equilateral. It's like 85, 85, 90. I mean 85, 85, 100 degrees. Like that. Okay. So what's next is we're going to take these two bowls, right? And okay, it's like some kung fu thing. You can really use this as a pole staff if you want to like train with like nunchucks and stuff like that. That's really neat. But definitely not my class. I don't kind of know how to do something like this. Anyways, the most important thing though is that you don't use this as a pole staff. All right, this is actually more for the equipment itself. So we just loosen this up, and you put this. I believe. That's a little strange. How does this work? I remember knowing how to do this before. I'm not sure why I can't remember now. Oh yeah, this side. This is the nod. Sorry guys, it's just a little bit of a brain freeze. Okay. Duh. Okay. Right. So, idiot. Okay. So I'm gonna take in here. I'm a fucking idiot. Okay. There's a notch, right? It's basically something you stick in and then you twist, because there's like you get the idea. And then there's an indent here that locks it in place on the bar. So we just kind of go in. There's two protrusions, and now if you twist, it's steady. So at that point, I think what you should do, it doesn't look very sturdy though, I have to say. Don't know why that is all we have. It's not very sturdy in my perspective, but we'll bear with it. It's okay. So whatever works, and we're going to now extend this. First get the notch in. So there's a knob here that can spin, right? And that loosens the grip. No, sorry, it doesn't loosen the grip. The knob here actually allows the screw to go in and lock this knob in place. So we're just gonna go ahead and do that. What tightens it actually is this clamp over here. So there's two adjustment knobs. One is for tightening the metal cylinder and the hollow cylinder, and then one is for actually locking in place. Whoa. Okay. I realize now I didn't think it. Well, no. Okay. Nice. Okay, so it's fairly sturdy now. What I'm going to do is just kind of pull it up. If I extend it this far and lock it in. Because there's actually another one up here, right? There's more knobs up here. You can see. Whoa! So there's 1, 2, 3 more knobs I can actually loosen and raise up again even further. Okay. But I don't want to go that far up. Maybe that's not. Okay. And last but not least. Okay, I think that's about it. You don't have to go too high. So that's it. And then we have the bag here. We're going to seal away this too. We might leave a little opening here a little bit. And the reason is because I don't know if I'll actually need these over here to strap it together, but we'll see. We'll see what happens, okay? So first things first, we're going to take the Econious. Right, we got the 4 clamps here. Right? Very strong grip action. Springs are very tight. Okay. We're just going to take this and string it up. For the record, it's really nice, the Econious backdrop. I do want to showcase here, at the very bottom has some branding on it behind. So Econious, it's very nice. If my hands weren't kind of sweaty already, it's actually really nice fabric. Okay, so just wanted to showcase that. Thought it's a really good quality. And just gonna break it around. Okay, so I can make this really easy for myself, or can make it really hard. And I'm always going to make it very easy for myself as opposed to hard. So I could have to use the clamps. I would have to use the clamps if I want to make it stable, but instead, what I am going to do instead, using the clamp on the record, I'm trying to get this camera thing to work out better. Apologize for the technical. Okay, there we go. Nice.